I am Jacob.
And I'm Blake.
I'm Zach. We're a part of the Downtown Dream, and you're watching Tulare Talks.
Welcome to Tulare Talks, the show where we strive to build a better community through meaningful conversation. I am your host, Joseph Rocha, and this show is sponsored by Eager Studios Music Lessons. If you have a child who loves to sing, listen to, or play music, visit eagerstudios.com to get them started on their musical journey. Eager Studios offers music lesson packages for kids 7 plus to adults. Learn to sing, play piano, guitar, ukulele, drums, or a variety of band instruments, and have fun while doing so. Fill out the form on their website to schedule a free meet and greet and take a studio tour. Select Tulare Talks in the Where Did You Hear About Us section to let them know that we sent you. eagerstudios.com. Start your musical journey today. Thanks for tuning in today. Visit thisistulare.com to subscribe to our show. Hit that notification bell to get the alerts for all new shows. Or if you want to listen passively, download the podcast app, any podcast app, where great podcasts are found, and search Tulare Talks. On the show today, I am joined by Jacob Fraga, Blake Shawn, and Zach Slover of the Downtown Dream. Welcome, guys. Thanks for coming out and taking the time out of your very busy schedules. I know you guys are all super busy to come and talk with us today.
It's nice to be here.
Yeah, we're thankful for it.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So I know you guys are super busy. You guys do double duty sometimes, Dream team and the Shawn team, real estate and business. Talk a little bit about what your experiences are, what you guys have been up to, and fill in the audience on who you guys are if they're not aware of you already.
Perfect.
You started off.
All right. This is Blake Shawn, and I'm the team leader of the Shawn team. We do real estate in the Central Coast and Central Valley. Also a member of the Dream team, which is the three of us here, as well as the rest of our associates and members at the Downtown Dream Co-work Center. And here we are.
Awesome.
We never dreamed when we were little kids that we were going to sell houses and or own a co-working space, by the way. It's just...
No.
I didn't even know what a co-working space was until about a year and a half ago. And I didn't know anything about houses until the last 7 years I really cared. So
Awesome.
here we are.
Yeah, it's weird how life kind of takes you in different ways. Like I never thought it'd be, interviewing people on like a podcast show.
Right.
I obviously back then no podcasts existed or YouTube. What was that? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So Jacob, how about you?
I'm Jacob Fraga. I have my real estate license. I'm on the Shawn team. I've been going a little bit over 3 years now. Co-owner in the Downtown Dream as well, the co-working space. Still really, really new to us, dialing it in daily. So that's always where I like to be, is learning something new as much as possible. So
Awesome.
it's been really, really cool.
Cool stuff. And Zach?
Yeah, so I'm kind of the newest one to the trio. I met these guys in June or July of last year when everything was going down in the world, and It's crazy how things just get put together the way they do.
Working out in a garage.
Working out in the garage. Yep. Making it happen. Early mornings, grinding. And I still don't know much about houses or a co-work space. So we're just along for the ride.
Just figuring it out as you go along, right?
Yep.
Awesome.
It's been fun, though.
That's great. Yeah. Awesome. Great. Again, thanks for coming out here, guys. So first question I got for you guys. You probably get this a lot. At least I definitely got it a lot when I first started going out to your events. I'm going out to the Downtown Dream. What is the Downtown Dream?
Zach, I'm going to let you hit this one.
Heck yeah. So the Dream at large versus the Dream, the co-work space, are kind of two different things. But, from the day-to-day side of things, we have the co-work space, and, we put on events monthly. And
what's a co-work space, though?
That's a good question, So they have a lot of them up north and down south. And really it's just it's opportunity to network, to come together with various different kinds of businesses. And, with the world changing and the way it is has been lately. People are realizing they don't necessarily have to have a huge building to, make things happen. So we get all kinds of different businesses from, dairy management companies to, Airbnb management companies, nonprofits. We have all kinds of different people that just share the space, and there's different membership levels, sort of like a gym, where they can come and go as they please. And, all the way up to our private offices that are, thank the Lord, they're all sold out now. So it's been a good thing for the finances. But it's a cool space just to come together, to meet people, to network, to business connections have been huge for everybody that's walked in the doors and been a part of the crew. So
just modernizing and freshening the work vibe is all it is the way, or that's the way I look at it, at least. Camaraderie between multiple businesses. I guess the goal in my head is, and it really specifically for Tulare County, but if you look at any other county or city that's doing great, you have an ecosystem. And the ecosystem all depends on each other in order to make it thrive. And we need that here.
Yeah, for sure.
It was like easiest entry point, and maybe I'm probably getting into the next question, but like let's create a hub where multiple businesses and industries can cross over and at least start a conversation. If we can start a conversation, that's where we have to start for the Downtown Dream vision at large, which I'm going to let Jacob. Right?
There we go.
Can he hit the Downtown Dream?
Course, because that was my second question. It's like, we talked about two different dreams.
Yeah, right.
You got the business dream, the co-working space, and then the big dream. What's the big dream?
Well, I'm gonna touch on the end of that real quick too, and then I'll get the dream at large. But like, plus the really cool thing is cost of entry at a co-work space is so cheap when you're starting a business and you just don't want to work out of your home. Yeah. So that's probably the coolest thing that we have to offer to people around here. But the dream at large is just a really, really cool, thriving downtown with businesses that are always busy, people walking around, parking lots full, super difficult to find parking anywhere. Like, Visalia's got it. We have the population to support it. So why not Tulare? It used to be really cool back in the day, and now it's still great, but it's not where the potential is. And if we can get some of these buildings filled up, that's gonna be really big and heading towards that way. And if I missed anything, you guys get it.
I would just say, the Downtown Dream, we wanted to include the vision in the name, mostly because how I touched on, it's starting a conversation. If we can start a conversation, then we're doing more than most. Yeah. And the best way I thought to talk about the downtown vision is to have people saying the downtown dream out of their mouth. And people are like, oh, that's kind of stupid. Yeah, it kind of is, but we also know what comes out of our mouth, there's something subconsciously that sticks there. Yeah, we know words are powerful. So if I can get enough people talking about the downtown dream in Tulare, I have a feeling there will be dreams that happen in downtown. Yeah. At the most basic level, that was part of the gist of it.
It's a little subliminal messaging going on within the name of the organization, which is awesome.
Absolutely.
I love it. So cool. You said something that I want to touch on later, but co-working space. My next kind of question or kind of follow up on that. Like Zach was saying, there's a bunch up north, down south, Fresno, ton of co-working spaces, Bakersfield, LA, big cities are completely full of them because, having private office space is expensive in those areas. But the idea of a co-working space is relatively new to Tulare. I know there are a few in Visalia, but I think this is the first one in Tulare, at least that I'm aware of.
Who's going to toot the horn on this one?
Actually, it's the first one in Tulare County. So,
oh wow,
yeah, it's a pretty cool opportunity.
Visalia doesn't have one yet.
No, all right, neat. I was misunderstood. So that's awesome. Yeah. So that I'm sure took a lot of education to get the public involved or aware of what a co-working space is. How did you guys manage to do that? Because I know when people are like, "Oh, what's that downtown dream thing? What's Blake up to?" Oh, it's a co-working space. What's a co-working space? How do you guys answer that question?
I think just to start, you from Tulare, you kind of grown up here as well. You kind of know we're always playing catch up here. We have the iPhones, we got everything, as far as technology goes. But for whatever reason, it seems like in the Valley, we're always a few years behind, and I think that's a big thing that took us a while to realize, oh, this is a need here. This is something that makes sense here. We can do things that big cities can do as well. But as far as getting the name out there and getting people to understand the, education side of it, if you know us a little bit, we all have pretty big personalities, and that's played a huge role into kind of showing people, hey, this is what we do at the Dream. This is who we are. It really just kind of magnifies what's going on there. And so I think that's been a big help in the whole thing. Is just we're all very loud, and it's hard to hide us.
and there's three of us. There's some intentionality behind having more than just one of us, but also the tie-in is the events. So you talk about the education piece, and I already talked about multiple times the conversations, events, and an event, essentially a boutique event center like that we utilize our parking lot for, and we can use the inside for. It's just a breeding ground for conversation. So if I can get people to go to an event and eat food, even if they don't care about a co-working space, they're driving up to one, and more than likely they're going to ask or find out, whether it's to us, someone there, or their family or friends, and they're just talking about it. The conversation's being had, and then someone's either going to know, look us up, or they're going to be at the event, and if they're that curious, they're going to be inside wanting a tour and checking it out, looking around. And that's why I love the events. Partially, we have community happening, which is, it's our tagline. It's everything we believe in is community. But more than that, it gives people an opportunity to step inside, to be there, feel it. There's an energy that can't be received without just being there. And that's my big thing. And it's the same thing for Downtown Tulare.
Right.
I think a lot of us that have grown up here, you kind of treat things like white noise. You'll drive by it all the time. You don't even know it's there. People drive through, and I've driven through and been by Downtown Tulare, and everything is white noise to me. There is not one building that's different than the other. And then you actually get down here, and you start having community, you start eating food, and you start having just the privilege of doing life with people outside of you in the downtown area. And now there's people walking around, and they're looking around at buildings. And when that happened to me and Jacob, we're like, man, there's just gotta be more people that we can get down there to just open their eyes and maybe shift the perspective just a little bit. And then you start realizing, whoa, we have some really cool infrastructure here. We don't need to build another outlet mall. We got that.
Yeah.
Let's do what we know we can do with what we already have.
Yeah.
If I go nerding out on the real estate side, the architecture and the character of the buildings down here is what everyone's after right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everyone's after it, and we got it. We already have it. It's already here. Now I know there's going to be people it's like, well, you have the city and you have this, and I'm tired of people talking about problems. I think it's really easy to do that.
Yeah.
I could invite anyone from Tulare, and we can sit around and talk about how bad Tulare is and how problematic the downtown is and all the X, Y, and Z in regards to how they think it can be fixed. But what I'm looking for and what I challenge people with, and even when we talk about the downtown dream, is what are you doing? Mm-hmm. What are you doing to see something happen? What are you doing to support the ones that are in the trenches right now doing it? And it's not that I'm not combative or confrontational, but I love this city.
Yeah.
I love this city. And people think I'm crazy for that. I've been to Indiana, North Carolina, San Luis Obispo, Paso Robles. I love Tulare. And there's a lot of people that are here that have been other places and end up back here. And maybe that allowed them to get a new perspective. Maybe they're just so honed in on, everything's better outside than what it is here. But I can tell you, this is a beautiful place. We live 2 hours from the beach, 2 hours from the mountains, and it's still relatively priced. In California, and we have a downtown that's not popping off right here.
Yeah.
Man, I'm tired of the problem. Let's talk about the opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's get in there and do it. Exactly.
That's one of the reasons why I wanted to start this show, kind of breaking the fourth wall a little bit, kind of talking about ourselves. It's just I found too many people talking, but not enough action.
Right.
Yeah. So seeing you guys doing it, and then seeing a bunch of other small businesses getting involved by participating in these events and having the community going out to these events. That's a solution that we should be talking about more and emphasizing more. Like, let's not worry about the problems. We can't fix problems by just talking about them. We got to do active, efficient solutions. So I love that story and I love that. And then to your point, just, how do you get people educated on what we're doing? Bring them in.
Yep.
Simple.
Yep.
I think people overthink that a lot.
Delicious food really, really works.
And that always helps.
That's true.
We found that food trucks can create miracles in regards to gathering people. I mean, it goes back to the beginning of time, but just things happen when you break bread.
For sure. So we're going to take a quick little break here for sponsorships. Don't leave. Check out these sponsorships and then go support these communities, and we'll be right back. Awesome. So we're back with the Downtown Dream. We were talking about co-working spaces and how you guys getting people through the door, obviously getting them to the event. So now what kind of businesses or organizations can work at the Dream? I'm assuming small solopreneurs. You're not having like big 40 people co-work spots, like big endeavors. So what kind of people can work at the Dream?
Not yet.
And not yet. There you go. I like that.
It's wild, just the different types of industries we got in there. We have financial planner with a Monday through Friday 9 to 5. We got a financial planner in a private office. We got Guest Equity. They're a short-term property management company, so they do Airbnbs and things like that. 2 loan officers, a dairy management company. We got a nonprofit, Reaching Higher, in there. We got the Shawn team. Photographers, we got my brother's linen service business. He just uses it for mail services and as his physical business location.
Oh, nice.
And we got
Nitro Bike.
Nitro Bike just got a membership. Yeah, so they could do like their back end stuff there instead of doing it at home. We got a mobile ultrasound tech. So
interesting. Wow.
Yeah, so
that's left field.
Yeah, so she comes in on the weekends, rents out the living room, and does her scans in there.
Really?
It's
somebody hit us up today and wanted to do manis and petties in there on the weekends and different things.
Wow.
So that'll be cool.
Yeah, it's
They
just
can rent
I hadn't heard about
anything,
that.
anything and everything. Yeah,
I want to dissect what that looks like right now, but I won't.
Having them on the main
like,
floor.
What do you mean? Someone got what? What's going on there? What about the? And that's pretty much the main list. But what's really cool, and I think it's cool for everyone to hear this too. We had people from Israel. Hit us up. A group of engineers. I believe.
So they haven't been able to come because of COVID.
Right.
But the plan was right around the Ag Expo, they were going to come and they were working on creating a self-driven tractor, completely self-sufficient.
Wow.
I know we already have some technology like that, but the whole thing was from start to finish. You press a button, the machine does its thing, and they were going to come in the co-work, and for about 2 weeks, their whole team was going to meet, and they were going to use our spaces, use the classroom and the living room to chop it up and figure out this self-driven tractor. So
and have meetings with some of the dairymen.
Yeah, what better place to do that than Tulare
Crazy.
at capital of the world?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing.
Cool.
So essentially, you guys are saying pretty much anyone.
Yeah,
Anyone.
100%.
Anyone and everyone. I mean, this idea is for, entrepreneurs, like you said, startups, things like that, because the entry fee is so cheap. But what we're finding is there's a lot of members that are joining simply because of the networking.
Right.
So, I mean, people pay to be in Rotary,
the chamber.
I mean, you literally name it, and this is another hub for that to happen. I mean, the fact that we have real estate all the way to dairy management, all the way to nonprofit engineers, like
ultrasounds.
We couldn't create a list to talk about that would probably hit everyone properly, because we haven't found someone that we haven't been able to serve.
Right.
Or find a creative use for, or a value proposition that makes this more valuable than them working at home.
We even forgot Marcus.
Yes.
We have an artist there as well.
We have an artist.
Yeah.
Nice.
Utilizing the space. So it's just, it's really crazy. Like when if you're just having a regular conversation with somebody who knows nothing about co-working spaces, and you tell them all these different things in one space, like
I'm sure they're going to ask,
mind blowing.
how does that
even
work?
It blows my mind just
Yeah.
thinking of everything we got in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and in the very beginning, I was like, well, if worse comes to worse, I was like, at least we got a super cool real estate office. But it's been amazing, man. It's God's been really good with it. So it's been cool.
Awesome. So I know that you guys have different offerings, and obviously you're going to have to accommodate all these different types of businesses. So what kind of offerings do you guys have in terms of working spaces? So
we got a few different packages, and they all kind of stack on each other the higher up you go. So we have a $47 package month to month. That's just community access. You get discounted meeting space hours and discounted day passes, and included in that is like mail service and things like that. So that's what my brother takes advantage of, because he's not there every day. He's out working, and he comes in, does his billing once a month, shoots it out, and all of his mail comes in there. On top of that, we have Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. That one's around $127 month to month. And it's all that same stuff in there, except you have access to the co-working space from Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Then we got 24/7 access, which is the same, all that same stuff, except it's 24/7. It's, I believe, $227 a month. And you also get 5 credited hours in the meeting spaces, so the living room or the classroom. And then we have the private desks. We have 3 of those left, and those are $327 a month. So you get your own desk. That's yours and yours only. You still get access to the co-working space if you want to go hang out on your laptop or something, or go to the lounge. You get 10 credited hours at that one in the meeting spaces. And then the next level above that is our private offices, and that's a lot more negotiable just because it's a bigger ticketed item, and you get a few more perks as well.
Right.
And then we got 3 add-ons: black and white printing for $10 a month, color printing for $20 a month, unlimited on both of those, and then unlimited coffee for $20 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just buy an add-on? I just need
There
the
you
printing services.
Right.
I'm kidding.
Exactly.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
And that's awesome. So that's a wide variety. I like that you guys provide all these different services, because people are looking for different things, and just being in the co-working space is great for most people just starting out, just getting out of the house. I found was one of my biggest pet peeves. I can't work at home.
Same,
And I
dude.
feel like a lot of other entrepreneurs or business owners can't do it. So just having a dedicated space to focus. And then if you want to be, I guess, a little bit more professional, or you want more space, or are going to have more meetings, then private offices and stuff like that are the way to go.
Yeah.
It's very neat. Very neat. And then all the other perks, like, you can't beat that.
Yep.
Awesome. So aside from being an awesome place for small business owners to come together and work and network, you guys have also been a leading force in bringing the community together at large, and we touched a little bit about that. Where did the idea of having community events come from?
Well, it was one of those things is you kind of, you stick your toe in, you find something you like, and then you stick your foot in and realize it feels even better. And like, that's kind of, we were like, oh, this will be a cool co-working space. But then we're like, wait, we're also buying the parking lot that comes next to it. And how are we going to utilize community when not everyone fits in to being able to use the co-working space? What about those people that aren't entrepreneurs or aren't nonprofits or don't have the flexibility to work from wherever they want? So we're like, we just have to utilize this parking lot for the events. I mean, the fact that the parking lot is as big as it is in the downtown area,
it's one of the few privately owned parking lots downtown as well. Almost everything else is public, which is really a really big win as well.
And the only reason it's there, going back to the history, which I love history and I love the link between, the past and what it is now. And even we have that in our, future vision for what we want downtown to look like as well. But it used to be a bus station. It used to be the first Greyhound bus station here in Tulare. So they had to have a big parking lot to be able to park the buses. So that's what we kind of stepped into. And I don't know if you guys have heard of like other areas do things like this with, food truck throwdowns. You even see it on TV or all those different things. So we were like, why not? And what we found ourselves doing, and I still do it a lot, and I challenge, everyone in my circle to do it, be asking yourself why not more than why. Because we've all been fed lots of bowls of limiting beliefs, and we don't realize how those limiting beliefs have kind of put chains on our brain into what we can do and what we can't do and what's allowed and what's not allowed. And I'm like, just think like there's no rules, no chains, no nothing.
Yeah.
Let's pimp out this parking lot with all of the best food trucks that we're driving around all the time. If you guys don't know, Tulare County has literally some of the best food trucks around.
It's true.
And let's just congregate them in one spot. Like, I've ate at way too many good food trucks and driven different places to go and have that food truck. Like, let's just create a service for the community and put them all in one spot.
For sure. Yeah, and your food events are one of my favorite ones. We went with my wife to the I Heart Food event you guys had in February.
Yeah.
Man, we tried to hit every single spot open, so it was amazing. But outside of just food events, you guys have thrown other types of events, right?
Yep.
What kind of events have you guys thrown or are looking to throw in the future?
So we started switching it up a little bit. We got a little fancy back in February as well. We did a bridal soiree, so like a wedding expo, a bunch of venues, wedding type vendors just popping up, networking. And the thing that hit my heart the most was I literally saw the DJ booking 2 weddings, and I was like, this is so cool. Like, this is happening in our parking lot. Like, people like big life events like happening, and this dude's business is growing too, So we did that one. We did the March Madness mullets and mustache. We did a competition, best mullet, best mustache, had people vote. It was super, super cool. That's kind of why we got the mullets.
I'm jealous I missed that one. Dang it.
And then we've even had you or Eager Studios set up and do your recital as well. Got another one, plug for you.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And the petting zoo.
Oh, yeah. Yes. Music petting zoo.
That was awesome at the grand opening.
Still have people talking to me about that.
Oh, awesome.
So that's really cool. We're excited to have you back.
And then we even got one of the vendors that came and set up at our grand opening. She wanted to start throwing her own events as well. So we're like, sure, why not? I mean, the more community we can start breeding in this downtown, the better, especially if it's not us leading it too, So if it's other people doing things.
It takes a village.
Yeah. So this last Saturday, she had one of those, and I even saw at the opposite corner of Kern and Kay that whoever owns that building, they had some people popping up there too, and I was like, this is cool. Yeah.
They're riding the momentum.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the goal. I mean, we're support small through and through. That's what it is. That's what the downtown dream is. It's supporting small. It's supporting local. And it's getting us back to the heart of what, honestly, all these farmers and dairymen have relied on and trusted on their whole lives is supporting each other. And they need the support of their community in order to make it happen.
And the more we can kind of create different ways to bring different types of vendors and different types of businesses and industries onto the property, the better. I mean, it's all about the network, and you guys hit on it a little bit, but something that always sticks out to me is, when you're in business, there's kind of two models that you can use, right? There's the old school model, like, we're just going to maximize our profits, and we're going to make sure that we take care of our shareholders. Like, that's one of the most basic definitions of business. And then you have the other model that says, no, let's slow down and let's take care of people. Like, let's go after our community. Let's go after what really matters, the lasting change. Like, the people of the community, the business owners, like, they're the ones that actually matter. Yes. And the profits will come. Like, it's great to make a buck, but it's a whole lot better to change a life.
Agreed.
And so that's what we're really seeing is that, we're getting all these people to come on and just have life together. Yeah. And our city is starting to be alive again. And so, we got the co-work, and it's a business, and it's awesome, and we're doing great. And, there's movement taking place. But at the end of the day, man, it's all about the people, and we just see that time and time again, story after story, that's business creation after business creation, entrepreneur after entrepreneur, just coming in and having conversations and seeing right before us things take place and change happen. So it's been cool.
That's right.
And one thing we never even touched on was the timing of everything, because we just got out of the COVID pandemic, as everyone knows who's watching. And you guys started in October is when you guys formally launched?
October 10th was our grand opening. We didn't really open the doors, or that was our grand opening event. We didn't open the doors of the co-work until November 1. So it's been almost 6 months now.
Nice.
And yeah, like you said, for coming out of a pandemic, it's been crazy, the kind of response and the type of members we've done in such a short period of time.
Well, we bought the property in July, and I remember us sitting down and talking, and I'm like, if we can just be in an education phase for the next year, and if we don't make a buck until January 2021, or at least something to help pay the bills, we're still not making bucks.
Right.
We're paying some of the bills that come along with the building, but we're not making bucks, and they're not going in our pocket.
I remember I was walking family through that building when we had it in escrow, and you should have seen it before we got our hands on it. It was still straight out of the 70s, which was cool.
Oh, yeah.
And we kind of kept that vibe in the living room.
Right.
But like everybody, all of my family that I would walk through there, they were like, look at me like I'm crazy. And they're like, there's a pandemic going on. Who knows what's going to happen with the economy. And this building needs a lot of work.
Yeah.
They were just looking at me and they're like, and now it's just like, hey,
definitely in a time of uncertainty, huge risk, tremendous payoff. But I think it was exactly what Tulare needed at the moment, from being quarantined and shelter in place and being away from all the kind of events, then having a place to go and to kind of re-enter society and kind of mingle again. I think people were yearning for that.
Yeah.
And I think you guys came out right on the right time for that resurgence, and that's awesome. While a lot of people were hiding behind and not wanting to do it, you guys did it, and that takes some gumption. So kudos for you guys for sure.
Thank you.
I really appreciate that, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, no, anytime. And we got one last question that I want to ask you guys, and then we'll do some promotion and some fun stuff at the end. Okay. But we have to, unfortunately, take another break. So stick around, support these next couple sponsors, and we'll be right back with the Downtown Dream. All right, and we're back with the Downtown Dream for the final segment of the show, and I have a big question for you guys. So we talked co-working space, we've talked events. Now I want to know, what's your big vision for Downtown Tulare? Because you mentioned at the top, get Downtown Dream, get people thinking and dreaming of the possibilities of downtown. What do you guys dream or envision those possibilities to be?
You guys want me to jump on that?
Yeah, you
jump
hit
on it.
Okay. I mean, if we take it down to just the raw fundamentals of what makes a downtown thriving or what gets it heading that direction, it's food and alcohol.
Yeah.
A lot of it. So we don't obviously have the alcohol portion yet. And part of the reason why we want to get food down here is because I want people eating downtown. So I want restaurants down here. I want options for people to get a drink and not just some King Cobras. Like I'm talking like if they wanted some 805 or craft beer, if they wanted to do wine tasting, things like that. I want to create I have the money to do all this. I'm a hope dealer, not a dope dealer.
There you go. Nice.
We'll talk about that on another show.
Different day.
Yeah, different day. But really, it's because we have that real estate background. It's us. We've sat back. Tulare's sat back long enough. We've sat back for, I don't know, how many years do we want to say?
Too many.
Too many. I mean, probably even before that we were.
We even knew we were sitting back.
Yeah, I don't know. But we're attacking. We're going out on the front now and being those people going to the places that we want to see here, and we're actually having conversation. Hey, what's it going to take to get you downtown? Well, I don't even know what the heck's down there. Well, come check it out. We have a 3-story building. This is another building that we're not in ownership works for, but we're trying to work out. 18,000 square foot. It's going to be huge, and it's going to have an eating component there. It's going to have a commercial kitchen. So really excited to figure out if it's going to be a steakhouse, a little taco place, quesadillas. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what I can and can't say in regards to who we've talked to and who we haven't. I'm actually not going to say anything. Y'all just keep following along.
Surprise.
Follow this podcast.
Did you say eating component? Just kidding.
Got it. I
see what you did there.
I like that. That sounds like some guerrilla marketing.
Nice.
Quit being cheesy, dude.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So many puns. I love it.
We're just getting down. It's just another day. Like
It's
I
the mullets.
said, living the dream looks and sounds all sorts of different ways depending on the day. Yeah, living it out loud. I was gonna do my hair swoop, but I realized some people listening to this podcast, so
They can't see it. Yeah.
good luck. But just know I got
That's a good
sexy
plug
mullet.
for them to check out the video component on
Right?
YouTube.
Exactly. But we're just having conversations with these people and just presenting opportunity. I mean, the thing is, if we approach the tenants and the companies and the people that we'd want to see down here, you have to realize a lot of these places, it's not like we're pulling them out of thin air. They're already established in places.
Right.
And they're paying a premium usually to be where they're at. Where you can come down here
At a discount.
at a discount.
Yeah. Essentially.
I mean, really, this is the time.
It's technically still, if you want to look at it in real estate terms, this downtown is still a depressed market. So cost of entry for any business that wants to buy or rent is not extremely, but lower than anywhere else.
There you go.
In Tulare County.
You heard it here first.
California.
Even Hanford. Even Hanford's got it going on, and
That's true.
and their prices aren't the way they
corcoran.
are. Yeah.
Nuts. That's something you don't think about.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
But won't really get into
Yeah.
all of that stuff.
This is Tulare.
We have food, beer, and wine in the works already.
Perfect.
We'll be bigger and better.
Yep.
Awesome. So that's you guys' vision, or your vision, I guess. I don't want to put your words in everybody else's mouth. Beer, wine, get people out here, get people eating, get people drinking, get people walking downtown.
We
options.
understand like our events because we've had some pushback like, oh, you think doing this event is going to make downtown, great? You're missing the boat. That's not at all what our events are about. Our events are about community and giving people a perspective and a vision for just a glimpse of what I get to see the reality of what I know it can be every single day. I just want everyone to get a taste of that. I mean, Joseph, you've had it.
I have had it.
You've
the
had
first
it.
day I had it.
You had it for even longer than we have had the co-work going on.
Yeah, you've already
I
been
got to
down
do
here.
a shout out real quick on Eager Studios coming down here and making it happen.
Thank you.
Having a really cool place. I mean, if it wasn't for even this podcast and what this guy's doing, a lot of the word getting out isn't going to happen. And that's where it takes a village and lots of different kinds of people from all sorts of different kinds of industries just doing what they can, not it all. And so going back to the events, my event or that event over there that we're putting on is not for saying this event and all these events are going to make downtown great. No, that's not it. We want to get all those food and all of those vendors and everything. We want to get them in buildings.
Yeah.
Those great tacos or those great sushi or whatever it is.
There you go.
Coffee.
What's it gonna? Can we convert or add on to your business that's killing it in the taco truck game and put you in a building down here?
Yeah.
And it's not only them, but that's part of it.
Right.
But just utilizing, like, we're not saying we're the heroes here to save the day. Like, if anything, we just want to provoke you to action.
Yeah.
Wake people
awesome.
up to the reality
yeah.
that something could actually change down here.
That's
I think
right.
is the big thing. And
We're just some broke 20-year-olds trying to make it happen.
And I can say that for another month.
Yep.
There you go.
The dirty 30.
Had to give that to you.
I appreciate that a lot.
When this comes
actually.
out, you will not be in your 20s.
That's true.
Don't say that.
You don't say that.
That's not true. But yeah, I mean, hope.
Yeah, no. Someone was talking to me. I forgot who it was now, but they were saying it's like, oh yeah, that downtown dream thing. It's cool, but it's like, it's kind of small. Like it's just that little parking lot. I'm like, yeah, but to add on to what you were saying, it's getting people in the habit of coming to downtown.
That's right.
It's getting people in the habit of, oh, this isn't actually a cool spot.
Yep.
It's showing that possibility, that potentiality,
Yep.
and that's what I love about what you guys are doing and the mission there. Jacob, you said earlier, I think in the first segment, getting these buildings filled up. With you guys' real estate background, I'm sure that's a lot easier said coming from you guys. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, we just need to fill up these buildings with blah, blah, blah. What is holding, or what has been holding people back in the past, or still probably currently, to getting those buildings filled up? What's the what's the word I'm looking for? What's that friction point?
I think part of it is more than you think. Some of these buildings are owned by people not from Tulare. They're out of towners where I feel like part of the mission is getting these buildings back into the people of Tulare's hands. That's a good launching point, and just updating and trying to get some of these owners as well to invest into their buildings and get some cool businesses coming down here. I mean, we know it's not cheap to fix up a building, but it's worth it, for the vision at large. And like Blake touched on, I think the two biggest things are food and alcohol, and commercial kitchens are not cheap. So if we can either find some places where they already got them, or even find somebody that sees the dream and they can get a building for the right price to where it makes sense to put one in, that's our goal. I mean, we're trying to get in contact with every owner possible.
Or just taking a drive. If your business is considering having a storefront, or you have one and you're looking to do some stuff with the budget, just take a look. I mean, the thing is, a lot of people they've written off downtown Tulare for so long that it's not even in the forefront of their mind as a possibility. And if we can just bring it to the forefront, just check it out as an option. You don't have to do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just drive by, get out of your car if you have to walk around, if you look at the buildings, whatever it is. But, like, you don't have to buy a building.
Pretty buildings.
If you're already leasing a building somewhere else and your lease is coming up, consider making a switch. What is it going to hurt you to look at your options at the most basic cost effectiveness level? What is it going to hurt you checking out potentially leasing here? And just so you guys know, something doesn't have to have a for sale or for lease sign. If you're interested in a building, hit us up.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've done.
yeah.
Like,
we'll make it happen.
it doesn't matter to me if there's a for sale or for lease sign. I will find out who owns that building, and we will get it done. Period.
Yeah,
There you go.
Our track record so far, just outside of getting people in the co-work, is we do have, like Blake touched on, another building in escrow down here. Not that we're buying, but helping somebody acquire. But
be the first building, by the way, that would have 3 floors of operating businesses
Nice.
yeah,
in Tulare County.
it would be really
or in
cool.
Tulare, I should say.
Yeah.
Not Tulare County.
Wow.
But it'd be really cool.
But that one, and then we got somebody in there to rent out for, I think, like $800 a month in that building before it went for sale. And then we even got another building owner down here in downtown reach out to us and say, hey, we heard you're killing it at the Dream. Can you help me fill my building? We're like, sure, show it to us and we'll make it happen. And we got one of her office suites rented out, and she's going to be remodeling 2 more that we're going to help her fill up as well. And then we even have another one where the guys look, it's supposedly a decked out building with 8 private offices that we're like, maybe we want to get it. Yeah. But like I said earlier, we're some broke 20-year-olds.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be super, super cool that we'll either be able to sell for him or get some new tenants in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's crazy. It's just crazy the
It's
kind of
contagious,
opportunities.
man. It's contagious.
Yeah.
Somebody literally, before we started this, as we were walking in, texted me, hey, Zach, do you have any commercial buildings for sale downtown Tulare?
Wow.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, man. We got we
told him,
we have connections and we have people and
we
get the right person in here.
We told him to take a picture of the building across the street.
Yeah, get somebody in there.
Yeah.
I saw that go up, and I'm like, dang, if I could.
Right.
That one I think is like 18,000
It's
square feet as well.
huge.
It's massive.
Yeah.
So let us know if you want it.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome stuff. It's a nice to bring it all back. It's a nice crossroads at like passion meets experience. It's like you guys are passionate about town and you have the real estate experience, and it just melds together. And then obviously networking with all these businesses through your events, through the co-working space helps out a lot as well. You know exactly who needs what and what places are open, and you can fill that stuff. So if you guys are looking for a place in downtown or just want to be a part of the downtown dream, I'm going to turn it over to these guys, and they'll let you know how you can apply to a co-working space, how you can hit them up for buildings or future events, all that good stuff. I'll let you guys take that.
Okay. Well, our big thing, social media, obviously, Facebook and Instagram, the Downtown Dream, and the downtowndream.com. I was really surprised we were able to land that, but maybe because it's so long.
Yeah.
Just remember, it's the downtowndream.com.
There you go.
Yeah.
Same thing with Facebook and Instagram. And then also our building is open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, 241 East Kern Avenue. I remember that by 241 discount. So, I know, right? Someone told that to me, and I'm like, how did I not catch that?
Nice.
But yeah, 241 East Kern Avenue in Tulare. Do you guys have the phone number?
The Downtown Dream phone number is 559-509-7612, and I'll even one-up it just because we want to get this place going. Not only the co-working space, but getting this downtown filled up. You can even call my personal cell, 559-334-7990. We can make it happen.
Blow it up.
Hey, I like that.
Blow it up. So to round it off, what kind of events do you guys have planned for the future? Just to kind of tease it out a little bit, get people excited, and have them block off their busy schedules. We know people are busy.
Yeah.
We're still figuring out the details on this next one on April 17th, but I think next month for May we're trying to shoot for a car show that month. So we want to switch it up and get some cool stuff going on down here, and that'd be
April 17th, just for calendar's sake, is when the event's going to be happening. We don't have and there will be food there, but we don't know the time frame yet. We're waiting to hear back on a couple things. Maybe when this airs, we'll put a comment or something on it.
For sure.
Saturday, April 17th, and then
Eager Studios also has their recital on April 17th.
Just full of free plugs here.
Oh, they do.
Our event will be in the later afternoon to evening.
That's right.
Yeah.
It will be evening.
If you guys want to catch some music, it'll be at 11 a.m.
There it is.
Yes.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. That car show sounds nice, though.
Yeah.
Car show would be really cool.
And we're thinking, I don't know, I've just been on this one lately. Prom. All the high schoolers missed it. I'm just saying, I think that could be cool. We'll see if we can make something happen with that. But
An outdoor prom
later
would be
June,
dope.
maybe.
Oh, yeah. And can I do a couple like drip plugs for what's to come, people to be looking out for?
For sure.
I want to know how many people want to see farmers markets back in Tulare.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whether it's, we put this on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, we'll put a poll.
We're asking
somewhere.
a poll somewhere.
Have to.
But we really.
Flagpole?
Jacob being Jacob.
Jacob's made it all the way till like 7 o'clock, whatever time it is right now. He did pretty good for the beginning, so we got to be happy with what we got. We want to institute farmers markets back in Tulare and have it be part of the circuit. We don't know the day or time yet, but hopefully end of April, beginning of May, we're going to see that, and then it'll be every week. We'll get that rolling. We're just wanting to close down the block if we can. So we need the city to allow us to do that.
Perfect. So yeah, comment below if you guys want farmers markets back in Tulare.
Yep.
Or if there's a poll attached to this video somewhere, let us know, or just reach out to the Dream Team and let them know that that's something you guys are interested in. I think I personally would love farmers markets. I love farmers markets.
It would be awesome. And the last little drip plug is we have a really cool group for a date night. We're going to have a nice, like, kind of carrying on the prom theme, but for married couples.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm married now, so I could do that.
Right?
Yeah.
So just have like a cool date night, and I know we don't have the restaurants down here yet for it, but we'll get it catered, do something cool, have a nice date night downtown.
That'd be cool.
So that's going to be coming in the next couple months as well.
Yeah, one of the cool, just to plug them, or I can't remember their name, but one of the cool connections we got was a really cool catering company that we were trying to get into one of the buildings down here, but it ended up not working out. So we're still looking to try to fill that building up.
That's right.
So if you guys know anybody that wants to open a restaurant or something like that, let us know, because we got the perfect building for it.
We do. We do.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I love the uniqueness of your guys' business model, the co-working space, definitely unique to the area. The uniqueness of the events you guys put on, like a prom or a date night or a car show or I Love Food, bridal soiree, all that stuff.
Mustache and mullets.
Mustache and mullets. Doesn't get more unique than that.
Can't forget that.
So I love the uniqueness. I love the energy. I love what's happening to downtown Tulare. I love seeing a bunch of people out there. Literally, you go there anytime the event's going on from beginning to end. There's always a massive amount of people, which is awesome. So before we end the show, any final thoughts, final points, things you want to say, get off your chest?
Yeah, so just got to throw it out there, man. I'm a man of faith, and we all are. And so we can't really do any of this, and we can't promise anything's going to work without giving credit to the Lord. And so for all of us, it's been a big part of the journey, and we've leaned on him heavily. A lot of prayer, a lot of conversations with the Lord, a lot of conversations with other believers. And we know in order to do it right, he's going to have to be involved. That's just kind of the way it is. And so, without that, we can't promise anything's going to take place. But we do know with him, honestly, all things are possible. And so it's been crazy having conversations with people that we have no business having conversations with, just time and time again. And it's all attributed to who he is and how he makes things happen when we're honest and when we're obedient and faithful to what he has for us. So
Amen.
Beautiful.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, and how people can support.
Yeah.
If I don't care if you have $1 to your name, you can pray for us.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like, we got a lot of stuff going on. We are truly a group of people that do not have $1 million in our bank account. We just love this city, and we have a hope and a dream and a vision. And I believe that I was deposited a very specific vision for this community, and it will come to pass.
Amen.
And God's going to be glorified through it.
There you go.
And we have Bible study every Monday morning at 8 a.m. That's how the Shawn team and the Downtown Dream gets started every Monday. And I walk around sometimes and I pray. I pray for these buildings. I pray for people who haven't even stepped foot in them that will. Pray for past, present, future members of this community that are going to step out in faith and say, I'm going to partner with the Downtown Dream, or I'm going to support Eager Studios, or I'm going to support this business down here because I believe in seeing Downtown Tulare be everything that I know it can be. So come to the events, support us, pray for us, pray with us. Like, we have random prayer sessions in our living room Monday through Friday anytime we're there. I mean, if you stepped in that building, you've already been prayed for, but we're praying for everyone that crosses that threshold.
Even on the parking lot too, like before every event. That's one thing we try to make a point.
Mandatory.
We go in there and we get it going.
We're praying for the families that on their way there, that they get there safe, that as soon as they cross the threshold, that they feel something different in this place. And I believe that everyone has the ability to have a touch from God. And if the Lord can use us in some really, really mighty ways to orchestrate that or just be a part of it, to God be the glory.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just instruments in all of this.
That's
the
powerful.
smallest pieces of this puzzle is
Powerful
us.
stuff. Powerful stuff. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. Always have to give big ups to the man upstairs.
That's right.
He makes everything possible.
That's right.
Awesome. I love that you guys mentioned that. Thanks for doing so. And thanks, guys, for coming down and spending the better part of an hour with me talking about, which you guys are so passionate about, and I love the energy of hanging out with y'all. Some high octane, passionate individuals doing big things for Tulare. I am definitely looking forward to all you guys' future events, supporting you guys in any way that I can. You can come to me for pretty much anything. I'll be right there.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We
man.
appreciate you, dude. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
Appreciate it.
Man.
Appreciate it so much. So to wrap up the show and to join the conversation, you can follow along at This Is Tulare on Facebook and Instagram, and join our community group on Facebook, the This Is Tulare community group. Thanks for tuning in today, and thanks again to the Downtown Dream for a great conversation. I want to start by ending each show with a quote about community, and today's community quote is by Helen Keller, and I think it sums up this interview and conversation very well. It reads, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." And that, in a nutshell, is the purpose of this show, to bring us all a little closer together. Remember that supporting local means you're providing support to a neighbor, friend, brother, or sister. You're impacting someone's life directly. So let's go forward with that in mind for this week and for the rest of the year, especially through this last pandemic. Things are tough, and these people need our support as much as possible. And in closing, I've been Joseph Rocha, and this has been Tulare Talks.